Snoop back with the best football direction, man.
Boh. I know y'all been hearing the news, big bro. DURK, yesterday, it was a video drop. They said basically some of the evidence that the feds had came from a clip page instead of came from Lil Durk. So like in one of them clip farm videos, it was like Quando Rondo's voice saying no on one of his songs.
Yeah.
And that shit didn't come from DURK, it came from a clip farm thing, but they used that as evidence. So now their lawyer is saying you gotta take that evidence out because we just proved that this is a clip page and not from our label, not from Lil Durk.
You can say free Durk yo.
I don't know. I ain't going, I don't got nothing to do with niggas who's doing whatever they doing and going to jail.
Exactly. Stay in there, shit. Everybody out.
Yeah, hey, young boy is out, and he was on freaky shit, but his ass out though.
Yeah, that's when he was on that shit, folks.
That'll be tripping. Now let's see what this shit talking about, motherfucking.
I just want to tell you how I feel. Yeah, it's just some cheese, man.
Right. You talking about free DURK, yo. That nigga don't know nothing about you. Send us some money, folks.
He need a lot of Snoop for American bread. Stop it.
Man, he said he ain't LA, huh? He ain't LA.
He ain't LA.
2025. I dropped a video on how Lil Durk could be getting released after new documents debunk evidence posted by fans. And the very next day, the feds clapped back. What's up?
Shit, this is a quick. Like I said, I recorded that shit yesterday. So if they responded right now, that means he's not getting out. If they respond in 24 hours, that just means you're not getting out. I'm sorry to tell you. Damn. Keep chanting free DURK, yo. He ain't getting out. Good luck, though.
Up, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of EOS.
That's why
it's 1090J.
He like this finna blow up. Everybody finna think he going
this
home.
video, I brought the clap back because in the last video, y'all got on my ass in the comments. So I brought it back for y'all. Matter of fact, we'll do it again. What's up, everybody? It's 1090J. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be on April 28th, 2025. The federal government would file its opposition to DURK being reconsidered for bond. The feds would start strongly saying DURK is charged with directing 6 hitmen to travel across the country to hunt and kill Quando Rondo. DURK allegedly orchestrated and financed a brazen murder plot that ended with shooters ambushing Quando at a gas station in broad daylight, killing his cousin Lil Pal. Immediately after learning his hitmen were arrested, the feds would allege DURK attempted to flee the country. In the early hours of October 24, 2024, federal and local law enforcement executed multiple search warrants on OTF members throughout Chicago, arresting the hit squad. Soon after, the FBI learned DURK had been booked on 3 international flights, including one to a non-extradition country, meaning if he made it there, the feds wouldn't be able to get him back. DURK would skip the first 2 flights and was arrested when he showed up to board a private jet scheduled to leave the US. Once in custody, DURK was considered a flight risk and danger to the community. To prove such danger, they reiterated he sent a hit squad across the country to hunt and kill a rapper. They also submitted evidence that this was not his first murder for hire plot. DURK allegedly offered money for any gangster disciple to be killed after his brother D-Thang was killed in a club. The courts agreed DURK was dangerous, using money, influence, and power to take on his enemies. Now DURK's legal team would prove DURK's lyrics were written 7 months prior to the murder of Lil Pal. DURK saying look on the news and see your son screaming no, no, makes more sense that he was talking about someone's mom hypothetically watching the news of their son's death and screaming no. Because who the fuck could have predicted 7 months into the future that Quando Rondo would be screaming no on the news? But the feds shot back, saying it doesn't matter if fan-made video edits made things look a certain way, or if the timing of the lyrics didn't add up.
Don't matter.
They are literally still trying to use his lyrics against him just because it's talking about murder, even if it isn't this murder. The feds would also point out DURK offered the same amount of money as last time for bond and it was rejected. And DURK's legal team didn't even try to prove he wasn't a danger to the community and didn't try to flee. The feds would state DURK wasn't arrested because of fan-made videos. He was arrested because he is alleged to be the leader of a violent organization, orchestrated and funded an execution-style murder with machine guns, and tried to flee the country. DURK named himself The Voice, and the feds allege he's used that voice to speak on violence as he rapped about paying for murders, hunting his ops with switches, bounty hunters in Beverly Hills, and other lyrics that can all somewhat be related to the murder of Lil Pat. The feds would also highlight a song DURK had with Gucci Mane titled Rumors, in which DURK said, "I don't want the you catch, I want the one I paid for." So again, the feds are desperately attempting to use lyrics to fit their narrative. The feds are saying if the lyrics aren't true, it doesn't matter because DURK is dangerous. But then they try to show more lyrics after saying the other lyrics don't matter. The feds would end their summary stating it isn't about how DURK made his money, but about how he chose to spend it and wield his power in 2022 on death and violence. And keep in mind, everything spoke on in this video isn't in regards to beating the case. It's for DURK to be granted a bond in which he'll be placed on house arrest. DURK would be handing over a substantial amount of money while being placed on a GPS monitor, eliminating the possibility of him fleeing the country. The chances of him having the ability to commit more crime under strict supervision is close to none. So what would appear if he was released, he not only wouldn't be a flight risk, he wouldn't be dangerous. But we'll just have to wait and see what the courts decide. Now this is interesting. I don't know if it was just timing or the feds literally responded to the video I made like, nah, 1090 Jake, he sounds too good. It's making sense. We should let DURK out. We need to drop a new motion as to why we shouldn't. I don't know, because to me it was like, yeah, if you're trying to keep him in custody because of a fan-made video, and you found out the lyrics actually didn't have to do with the murder, and it was written 7 months prior, none of that should be used against them. Makes sense. So now they're trying to double down and say DURK is a danger to the community because he will send hitters to your state to get you killed. And then not only that, DURK will apparently make songs about it after he gets you killed. And then not only that, when his killers get arrested, he'll jump on a flight and go to a country that he can't legally be brought back from. Well, here's the thing. You locked up the hit squad, so he can't send another hit, right? You're getting a shitload of his money if he gets out on bond, so the money ain't gonna be there. He's under the strictest supervision because it's the fucking feds, and if he's on a GPS, he can't fly anywhere. His passport's not gonna be active. So literally, the danger to the community and the flight risk is gone if he's released, so why not release him? This is where the feds fucked up, in my opinion, right? They're saying that even if the lyrics were written 7 months prior, it still relates to murder and it could be another murder, and we think DURK sent all these murders, right? If the lyrics don't matter, they don't matter. So why are you trying to go dig up a song with Gucci Mane as another example of, look, he's talking about paying for a murder? It's all fucking hypothetical, right? If you break down the lyrics from the other song, you looking on the news and see your son, you screaming no. That sounds like a mom looking on the news and seeing her son and screaming no. You know what I mean? Like, this is normal drill shit. This is shit that's talked about in drill music. Death, make your mama cry, whatever. No one could have predicted Quando Rondo's reaction to seeing somebody die. Nobody could have predicted he screamed no. So the fact that the feds are desperately trying to find any lyrics they can that fit the narrative, and then when it's proven that it has nothing to do with it, say that, well, these lyrics don't matter because we have these lyrics. Again, it's becoming using lyrics against the rapper.
Yeah, you gotta stop rapping. You just gotta stop rapping. Start rapping about some emotions. So everybody gotta be raw wave, you know. he got arrested, but you know, that was some whole other shit. It wasn't about his lyrics. Just go ahead, start being Rod Waves. We got motherfucking, who else we got? Shit. YBN, Corday.
Chris Brown. Shit.
Lil Yachty, Chris Brown. You know.
Getting on that wave. Shit.
You know, literally, you better get to sing, what's my nigga song? Yo. Oh God. I see you from across the room. That's that shit. Hey.